of unemployed youths initiatives Bola Ahmed Tinubu for an immediate sack of Farouk Ahmed, the no face of the oil and gas cartel in Nigeria. Enough is enough. The headquarters of the Nigeria midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority will be occupied very soon if Mr. President fail to heed to our call. And the aim of us calling on Mr. President to fire Farouk Ahmed is the statement he has made and the effort so far they have made towards an indigenous refinery who was to ameliorate the suffering Nigeria are passing through. And today, we as Nigerians, our greatest challenges is the hike in PMS. And today, Nigeria has built a refinery. Nigeria has built a refinery. And today, an individual organization are sabotaging the effort of the refinery not to produce. Open sabotage of local production in Nigeria by the fellow called Farouk Ahmed must not go unpunished. You can imagine the criminal and immoral audacity with which this man attacked the globally celebrated effort of Dangote groups in building one of the best refineries in the world. He shamefully could not contain his avengers and an unpatriotic opposition to an era of local refining. He saw the compelling need and therefore shamefully took it upon himself to demarket the product of Dangote refinery.
Now somebody has braved all the odds to build a refinery. Other persons are also looking to see how the Dangote's own is faring so that they will come in. This thing is not just about Dangote. It's about the future of local refining, of local industrialization, of the national economy. And then one wouldn't have ever thought that somebody will come as daringly as Ahmed Farouk did. He sees that this Dangote refinery thing is choking them and their interests. And what we are saying is that when you are there, you see that the NMDPRA boss was there nodding at their head. You see that this is that's why we say it's a cartel. It's a cabal that feel that they must frustrate this country under whatever. In order to serve their interest, this country must go down. And we are saying we can't allow them. And if we are the voice of the downtrodden, the voice of the unemployed, the voice of the masses of the people, we have to tell Nigerians where their problem is. You see, we are trying to be careful in this period of protest, proposed protest, because we don't want to mix up things. But you see this particular issue about medium and midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory authority, it will not go without being done. We are not just asking for his sack, we are asking that he must be prosecuted and everybody involved in that satanic cartel must be prosecuted. Because we do not want to incite Nigerian people over anybody. We just want this thing to be peacefully done. What they have done is an evil against this country. It's abominable. And if we tell Nigerian youth that, you see this job that is being offered by Dangote and other ones that will come out, these are the people that are holding it. What do they think will happen there? That is our position. And we urge Mr. President to act. It is not when people become angry that begin this thing that are running, fire brigade are running. We are telling them that this is where problem is brewing. Let them nip it in the bud so that Nigerians will know that the president is on the part of the masses. But if the president show that he's not on the part of the masses, Then when the masses rise, you shouldn't come to tender any apology. Thank you very much.
It is with deep pains that we are here gathered as patrons from diverse and see leaders of various civil society organizations from across the country. And this is occasioned by the unpatriotic and flippant statements of Farouk Ahmed, who heads the Nigerian midstream and downstream petroleum regulatory agency. We have seen the odyssey of our nation in terms of importation of petroleum products, a country that ranks top amongst producers of crude oil globally. And one of our biggest challenges has been the issue of importation of petroleum products. This is at the base of the consistent rise in the price of the dollar because of the pressure on forex. This is at the base of the fact that our power sector is not very stable, and by extension, productivity is lowered. We want to make it very clear from this gathering and this press conference that the statement by Mr. Farouk is another attempt to incite the masses against Mr. President. We all know very clearly that since the government of President Tinubu came on board, one of the slightest rays of hope that we have had is that the Dangote refinery will come on stream and have a significant positive ripple effect on the supply chain of petroleum products, possibly lowering the prices over time and creating jobs. And as a regulatory agency, if the NMDPRA knew that there were flaws and faults in the setting up of the Dangote refinery, in its operation or whatever, it was imperative on its team to address these flaws and faults right from its origins. One of the issues raised is on the quality of diesel produced by the Dangote refinery. But let us remind Nigerians very clearly that sometime last year, fuel scarcity was occasioned upon the nation when they said bad petroleum products were imported into the country. Nobody was investigated, nobody was prosecuted, and everybody went to sleep. Recently again, for no reason, we saw that queues had as an emergency returned, and the masses had to cry. We want to sound this call to Mr. President that there are individuals and cartels who are bent on crippling this government. And the chief executive of NMDPRA has shown himself to be that one who will come out and boldly dare Nigerians, dare the government, and tell us that this issue of fuel importation must continue, that this issue of pouring money into refineries year in, year out in the name of turnaround maintenance like a bottomless pit will continue over time. So we want to sound it very clear today that within 7 days, if the Chief Executive Officer of NMDPRA, Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Agency, does not resign from office, is not sacked by Mr. President, all civil societies, organizations, youth groups, middle-aged citizens will occupy NMDPRA. It should be made clear that in this period where negative elements want to incite the youth into a protest, such statement is the peak or the highest frequency of incitement, and Mr. President must not take this with a pinch of salt. The entire petroleum industry including the NMPCL, should be probed properly for the corruption, for the unpatriotic wickedness, for their determination to cripple the nation. They should even be flushed out, or they should face mass protests till they are gone. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.